guys, so today's video I am doing a story time of all the times that my little rabbit has escaped her hutch. Yes, we are back to normal videos now. Unfortunately, the Halloween season is over, so, you know, gotta get back to the norm. This is the very first story time on my channel, and I really like story times, first of all, because they're fun to make. You get to talk a little bit more about yourself and, you know, give a little information about yourself. I like watching story times. They are very interesting to me. And 3, they save so much time on editing. Like, you have no idea. So, yeah, I really like story times because of that reason. And my head is most likely cut off. I don't know. Probably not. Because every time I think that my head's cut off, it isn't. So, I do not remember talking about my rabbit yet on this channel, and I probably have, just a little bit, I'm not sure though, but I have a rabbit. Her name is Snowball. She lives in my backyard because she's one crazy rabbit, so we couldn't keep her inside anymore. That and some other things played in. And if you read about rabbits, you will understand what I'm talking about. I didn't know what I was in for necessarily whenever I got a rabbit. But yeah. So there are 3 times that I remember my rabbit getting out of her hutch. Gosh, what were they all? Like, I remember 3 times. One of them I remember clearly. The other one, I don't remember as clearly. I remember that there was an event going on during the week that whenever I came home, I saw that she was missing, and I'm like, oh, somebody gone run. I'm just gonna put in some pictures really quick of my rabbit, like just framing my face, and I may put in a video of my rabbit. It depends on how good quality the pictures are. Let's just get on into it now. So this first time that I remember my rabbit escaping her hutch, Snowball escaping her hutch, when was this? This was quite a few years ago, actually. I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was a few years ago. So the first time that she went missing, I had just come home from an event going on at my church, and I went outside to hang out with my rabbit, I think, or I don't remember exactly what was going on now. I think I went into my kitchen or something to, you know, just look at her. Not look at her. I think I went into my kitchen to grab something, and then I saw that, like, she was missing or something, and I went outside, and then I just saw that she was gone, and I'm like, oh, crud. This has never happened before. What do I do? So I went to go get my dad. And my dad said, calm down, because, like, I have a tendency whenever there are situations going on that I get riled up. So my dad told me to calm down, and my mom, she helped out in her way. I can't remember what her part was in helping me find my rabbit, but I couldn't find my rabbit, and I instantly freaked out, and I'm like, I can't find Snowball. Where is Snowball? And so we go out into the backyard and we're looking for her, and oh my gosh, like, there's been several times that she's gotten out, but this was the first time that I remember. And I turn around and she's literally, like, in our rose garden. We went to go pick her up, I went to go pick her up, and then she ran away from me for some reason. Like, I'm your owner. Why are you running away from your owner? Like, seriously. I didn't understand why she was running away from me. Then I realized that it was because I've never really picked her up that often, just because she has front and back claws, but that doesn't hold me back from holding her. It's just that she kicks like you would not believe whenever you go to pick her up. So yeah, I was a little bit afraid to pick her up. She was not letting me pick her up at all. So then my dad comes over, grabs her, and then picks her up, and then she starts kicking, and he just doesn't toss her, but doesn't just set her down in her pen either. I think it was because he was trying to make sure that she didn't fall out of his arms. And then we finally got her back inside her hutch, And she seemed a little bit spooked. I'm not sure how long she was out for. It had to have been like a few hours or something, because I remember taking care of her in the morning. And like, I let my rabbit out daily. So like in the morning whenever I'm getting ready for school, after I'm done getting ready, I go to take care of her. I got back and saw that she was gone. We got her back into her hutch. And then I was so shocked that I was just in her pen for like a good hour, just making sure that she did not get out. Because like I was so scared that she was gonna get out again. I'm like, I'm gonna keep an eye on you and make sure you don't get out. This next story about my rabbit getting out is the second one. Not the most recent, however. What on earth am I hearing outside? Do you guys hear that? Alright, so this happened a few years ago too. I don't remember the timeline of these first two, to be honest. So I went to go take care of my rabbit in the morning, and I saw that, like, I got her food, I got out onto my deck, and then I looked down at her hutch, and she has this little fenced-in area, if you didn't see in the video, and she has this fenced-in area for her to play, so that, like, she can play, but she doesn't, like, escape or anything. And so I see that her gate, like, there's a portion of it that clips together so that, like, you can get in and out, and I see that it's completely wide open. And the really crazy thing is, her door was open too. That was kind of spooky, because I didn't see her at all, so I just stood there for like a good 10 seconds, like, and then whenever I finally got myself together, I like screamed, which I thought was a good idea at the time to get somebody's attention, but then, no. I discovered later on it was not the best idea to do that to get somebody's attention, because I was trying to get my dad or my mom's attention. My mom, I believe, was in the kitchen, maybe? I don't know, but I was told to take care of my rabbit, and so I screamed, and then my parents come over and they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, oh my gosh, Snowball got out, I don't see her, and her door is open, her gate is open too. And so I go down there to check and see if she's in there. She's not in there, and we check around the yard, because the last time that she escaped like that, she was wandering around the yard. So I'm looking around the yard to see if she's there. She's not there, and my dad decides to go walk around the neighborhood to see if he can find her, and he doesn't find her immediately. So I start crying, because this is my little bunny, and I love my bunny to death, and I'm freaking out thinking that I'm never going to see her again. And then my dad finally, like, we went around the block to see if people had seen her, and we gave a description and stuff. Well, we didn't, my dad did though. But I went to my next door neighbor and asked them with my mom if they'd seen my rabbit, and they're like, no, sorry. And I was just so sad. And then it turns out that my rabbit was right underneath a car. Like, right underneath the car, and she was so scared. But, somebody had taken care of my rabbit the night before and forgot to either close her door and close the gate, or, no, that's the only choice. Somebody had forgotten to close the door and the gate, and we got her back inside her hutch, and she was just avoiding me at all costs, and I was worried that I had completely lost her trust in me. And my dad said that she was just a little bit spooked. I understood that. And she was so dirty whenever we got her back. So, yeah, that was scary. There have been a few more times after that I forgot to close something up, and then she ended up escaping. And then the third time is actually more recent. This happened during the summer. So, my dad was gone doing something. I can't remember what he was doing, but this happened during the summer, this summer. So it actually happened before I started my YouTube channel. So yes, this is fairly recent and fairly fresh in my mind. So, my dad was gone doing something, and I was at home watching TV, and I got thirsty all of a sudden, so I grabbed my water bottle, and I went to the kitchen, and I grabbed some water. And then I look out the window, and I see that the gate, like her gate, is a little bit more spread out than usual, and I saw that one of the gaps that was attaching it to her hutch was like super big, and then I see a figure moving like to the left of her hutch, and I go to look and I'm like, oh, no, it's Snowball. And I instantly panic because my dad is not home. He's usually the one who helps me get my rabbit back into her hutch. Go outside and well, on my way going outside, I grab the home phone and I have it ready so that, like I have it set on speed dial so that I can easily, press one button and call my dad basically. And I go downstairs with the phone and I see my rabbit and I go up to her and she starts running away from me. And I'm like, oh no, don't let this be happening. Because I was on my own and she was out of her hutch. After a few tries of trying to get my rabbit, I finally hit the call button on the phone to call my dad. And he picks up and he's like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh my gosh, Snowball somehow got out of her hutch and pen, and she's wandering the yard, and I don't know how to get her inside. And my dad's like, well, it's gonna take me a while to get back home. And I'm like, I know. Like, well, I'm gonna take a few minutes to get home. Like, it's gonna take a few minutes for me to get home. And I'm like, well, how do I do this? Like, I was asking, how am I supposed to get her back in her hutch without your help? And my dad said, go up to her gently and calm her down and pick her up and put her back in her pen area. But I get off the phone with my dad and then I go up to her and she finally settles down. I grab a dandelion, give it to her. She won't eat it. So I pick her up and I put her back into her pen area and then I give her some more food and I sit with her for a few minutes until she seems to be doing better. So yeah, that is it for today's story time. I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing those pictures of my rabbit and seeing the video of her. And please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And be sure to hit that subscribe button because I frequently make videos. My face. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's story time. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye! Adios! Hurry up with this. I've been dying all day with that cough, jeez. So, this first time that I remember, a while ago, ironically, it was a story time. How's that ironic? You guys hear that? I don't know what the heck that is. Excuse me. Fact. Wow, I can't get my words out right now.